Well, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and podcast, where we inspire, we encourage, and we empower you to live a fulfilling and blessed lifestyle. I'm Anna, your host. I'm a retired school teacher and educational consultant and author, a jewelry consultant, and a health consultant. And I am a certified cake instructor. So I bring to you a wealth of knowledge and experience to our conversations. Each week, we delve into episodes that will enrich our lives from personal development to health and wellness, and of course, the art of jewelry. Well, this is done by providing workshops and speakers and just providing knowledge to my constituents. So I'm asking you to join me as we explore inspiring stories, expert insights, and practical advice to help you live that blessed and fulfilling lifestyle. Thank you again for tuning in to Sweet Blessings, where every conversation is a treasure. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to delve in. We're going to take a brief commercial, and then we're going to come back and we're going to get into our topic of this evening, which is the power of encouragement for educators. They need it, y'all.
Here's why you need to tune in right now. With CTR Media Network, you can transform your knowledge into a fully produced TV show. Imagine your content streaming on platforms like Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon Fire TV, reaching over 350 million households in 140 countries. We take care of everything, from managing your ready-to-go content to global distribution. And it's not just any content, it's edutainment. A perfect blend of education and entertainment that keeps viewers coming back for more. You'll join a vibrant community of thought leaders, podcasters, and educators, all sharing a passion for impactful content and global reach. Plus, with our app available on Google Play and the App Store, your show will be accessible to millions more, ready to shine on the global stage. Let's get you started. Schedule a 15-minute call with us today and turn your idea into a TV sensation. Reply to this video by saying, "I want to learn more." Don't wait, your audience is out there waiting.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back. I am Anna. I'm your host of Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of delve into that topic tonight because I just don't want to keep you long. So we're going to talk about the power of encouragement in education. Now, basically, what we are talking about this evening is how words support and community uplift educators and strengthen classrooms. Encouragement may seem simple, but for educators facing daily challenges, y'all, the right words at the right time can reignite purpose, restore confidence, and transform classrooms. So, when you're thinking about that teacher that to, uh, you want her to do all of those things, give her a little pat on the back. Find something that she is doing that can uplift her because we all need uplifting. It's just not teachers, but we all need uplifting. But remember that the teachers are the ones that have your children in their hands. We have a comment up here. Let me see who this is. And it says, okay. It says, Jaden Taylor says, "I hope you have a great day and bless you." Thank you so much, I really, really appreciate that. You just don't know. So, when you think about that, uh, if you're just coming in to Sweet Blessings, I want to say welcome to Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast, where we inspire, encourage, and empower people to live a blessed and fulfilling lifestyle. I'm your host, Anna L. Brothers, and today we're going to continue our conversation about supporting educators. Teaching can be one of the most rewarding professions, but it can also be one of the most demanding. Educators often give us so much of themselves to their students that sometimes they forget how much encouragement they need as well. So today we're exploring the power of encouragement in education and how uplifting words, support, community, and simple acts of appreciation can make a tremendous difference in the lives of educators. Wow. So, last time I had some main teaching points. So this is basically, I have some more main teaching points for you as well. I have another, wait a minute. Yeah, I have a comment coming in. So this person says, Strawberry Cute. That's cute. That's a cute name. This person says, hi. Hello, how are you? Thanks for joining us this evening. All right. So, last time I had a few little, let me look at my notes, y'all. Y'all know how I am. Okay. We had some main teaching points. And so, in this one, I also have some main, it's just a few main teaching points that I think are very important, and it can also help educators as well as you, as well as your children. Now, most of you all know that I am a retired school teacher. I taught school, and I need to tell you this, for over, let's say I had enough years in to retire. I apologize because I do have a little cough. I have been under the weather, but I am a retired school teacher. And these are just some of the things that I think that I have noticed over the years with me teaching. I think that I have always been an innovative teacher, doing new things, going through, doing all those things. And I motivate myself. I'm going to be honest with you. Because I loved it. Okay. So I would research, I would plan, I would do all of those things to be creative with my kids. And so in that respect, I think that I was successful because I really just I didn't have discipline problems, whereas most, that was not one of my challenges during my profession. So, but there are some main things that I can kind of relate to, and maybe you can too. And the first one I want to talk about is encouragement restores confidence, y'all. You don't know, none of us know what anybody is going through. Even those teachers who are teaching your children, they have things going on in their life as well. Okay. So a little And it's important that you know that educators face many challenges. And I'm not going to say just the curriculum, the classroom management, which is discipline, the curriculum demands. Okay, when I was there, it was so much stuff. There, people use different programs, different things, and then there's an emotional investment in it. Most teachers are emotionally involved. When I would go to the store for my child, I would also go to the store for my students at school. I would be buying things that they need because the school system did not supply it. And I needed it to get across to my students what I wanted them to have. So a little encouragement goes a long way, y'all. So encouragement reminds them that their work truly, truly matters. And you know it does because they got your children's lives in their hands, their educational ability. I'm sure a lot of you also school or enhance your child's education at home as well as with the school. But they are with those teachers at least six hours a day. Now, the next thing that I kind of wanted to talk about was encouragement strengthens community. When educators encourage one another, they create a culture of support rather than competition. Why would you want to compete? We want to work together. We want to collaborate together. Because when we work together, we can accomplish more. So we should encourage others. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am basically what you would call a classroom teacher. I am a classroom early childhood teacher. But there are different other types of early childhood involvements or environments. And it's important that you know this because each one of those environments you can learn from. We can learn something from it. And we can encourage each other. And that is basically why I collaborated with other teachers in other fields with this book that I'm coming out with. Because the people in this book are from different fields. I might be the only one, I don't know, but there's homeschooling, there are daycares, there are nursery schools, there are professors in this book. And we all have a journey. This is our journey. We're telling you our journey. Can you learn from it? I think so. Because some of those people and I'm going to try to have them on my program, really. But some of those people you can learn from. I've learned a lot from them. Seriously. I just believe that you need to learn something every day. And I try to learn something new every day. I don't care how old I am. You never get too old to learn. And then the third thing that I want to talk about, because like I said, this is going to be a short one this evening, y'all. Because I'm having my summer. But encouragement. when you encourage that teacher or that educator, I'm going to say educator, it impacts the students. Oh, that feels so good. But let me tell you, I am so proud of the relationship that I had with my students. Not only and I got lots of encouragement, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I taught Head Start, and I also taught state pre-kindergarten. I also also taught first grade. I also taught third grade. I also taught fourth, fifth, and sixth grade science. So I have an endorsement in science, which is one of my favorite subjects. And if you follow me on my other platforms or things like that, you'll know that I'm getting ready to get into gardening, which is one of my things. And I really did a lot of that in my classroom with my students. So when I say this, I still to this day, I've been retired, Lord, since 2011, and I'm going to tell you, I still have relationships with my parents and my students. They're all over the United States, y'all. But because of Facebook, they have seeked me out. And on some of my platforms. Now, you know what that does to me. Oh, Lord. That's a form of encouragement. So I'm saying this, when teachers feel encouraged, they bring that positivity into the classroom, which benefits every child they teach. Now, I was fortunate because I taught Head Start. I had an assistant, and Lord knows, she was just like me. She was very innovative. We're still friends to this day. Okay, we both have retired now. But I could trust her with my class even if I was not there, because we were a team. We were a team. So remember, encouragement also impacts your students. And that's what you want. You want your teachers to feel encouraged so that they can bring that positivity into the classroom. Because we all know that it is going to benefit every child that they teach. Alrighty, let's see. I think I got one more main little topic I want to talk about. This one is all of them are important. Encouragement creates resilience. It creates that atmosphere where you can keep on going during the difficult times. Supportive words help educators keep going even during difficult times. So we're going to take another brief little commercial. And then when I come back, we're going to do some reflecting. Now, you all know how I like to reflect. And so this is an area that I think that we should reflect on as well. So let's go and take that commercial, and then we will come right back. Let me make sure I get the right one. We will come right back after that and talk and do some little reflecting.
1, 2, 3.
back. I do want to take this time. I'm going to come back on for a few minutes to maybe give a little shout out to things. For those who are listening to me on Facebook, you can support me on Facebook by stars. Okay, so if you're on Facebook, you can support me that way. Also, I do go, you heard me talk about jewelry, and I do wear jewelry, as you can see. But I do go live with my jewelry on Facebook. And so this is my Facebook, and I go live on that at least 3 times a week with that. You can go there. I set up a schedule, so if you go to my profile, you'll be able to see that schedule as well. I do have a website, a jewelry website. This is it. If you want to go there and look at just my jewelry. However, I do have another website that incorporates everything. My gardening, my books, my cooking, my classes, and that is Anna's Lifestyles LLC.com. My consulting, my educational consulting, everything is on that website. It's a work in progress, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's something new, and I'm still working on that website. But you can go there and you can, see things. Also, I just want to say that if you are interested or you have any type of questions or anything, you can reach out to me at info@annaslifestylesllc.com. I'll be glad to, because I'm going to tell you right now, I am always looking for people who want to advertise, sponsors, commercial, and even guests. So you can secure that at info@annaslifestylesllc.com. Or you can also reach me by going to ctrmedianetwork.com/sweetblessings. So while you're here, you see me do all of that. I am going to always ask you to subscribe to all of my social media platforms. I'm on all of them, y'all. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, X, Twitter. So if you happen to be on there and you see me, I'm also on YouTube. This is my YouTube. So if you happen to be on there and you see me, by all means, reach out, follow, like, share, and even subscribe. On YouTube, you have to subscribe to the channel. So I believe that is all of my in-house things that I wanted to tell you. So we're going to go back to those reflection questions right now. All right. So these are the things that I want you to ask yourself. Who encouraged you along your journey as an educator? Well, I'm gonna answer these questions for me, but you must answer the questions for you if you are an educator. Who encouraged you along your journey as an educator? Well, I'm going to say first and foremost, my first person to encourage me was myself. I can tell you right now that from the age of 6, I wanted to be a teacher. And that was my goal in life, was to become a teacher. I love teaching. I love going to school. I loved all of those things. And I think maybe because I had good teachers. So, and then as I grew older, and my mother began to see that was one of the things. And so my mother was my next, I would say, my next encourager, my mother and my family there. And then I also had, I'm going to say, teachers who have encouraged me along the way. And after I had completed, I guess, well, you don't never really complete all your education, but things started happening in my journey that also gave me encouragement along the way. I taught motivational language arts, which was a special program. I've been nominated in my field. I've been featured in the state's newsletter and stuff for the jobs that I have done with daycares, because I do help daycares get their accreditation. So my journey, most people don't know my journey, and that's why I'm collaborated with the thing, because it goes way, way back. Not only do I work with the daycares, but I also work with those individuals who give workshops for daycares. So, because they have to have so much in service and so forth. And so what I do is I appraise them. I go and make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I've been in the field of early childhood for quite some time, and for a long time. And even though I retired in 2011, you all, I still work. I'm an educational consultant for the state, and I still do things in the field. So, how can you, this is my next question. Think about this. How can you encourage another educator this week? How can you do that? Think about it. I'm not in the school system anymore, but I work with daycares. And so I encourage them every time I go to their sites. I encourage the director. I encourage the classroom teachers. I encourage the students. That's my way of still being connected to the students, y'all. I love going to those sites, watching them children and watching them babies. And they're just as mesmerized with me as I am with them, because it's an individual visiting their classroom, and they are curious as to who this person is. So you get lots of attention, which is, guess what? Encouragement. So think about those. I want you to think about those two questions as the week pans out. Because there are many, many, many ways. Some of you have students who are still in school. And when you go pick them up, or you can just jot a little note, a little post-it note to the teacher, anything. Just something to make them smile and feel like their job is worth it. You'll get so much more out of them. Believe me. So let's move on. I do have a message that I want to give to you. This is an important message. 2 bullet points. Encouragement is a powerful gift. It's a gift, y'all. Remember what I told you, that God gives us good gifts. And it's up to us to use those gifts. And I'm going to tell you, it costs nothing to give. It doesn't cost anything to give encouragement. So when you see that person say, oh, I can't do this, you say, oh, yes, you can do this. That's encouragement. Because it can mean everything to the person receiving it. Second bullet point. Second bullet point. When educators encourage one another, they strengthen not only their profession, but also the future of the teachers, the future of the children they teach. Okay? I fumbled that. Let me repeat it. When educators encourage one another, they strengthen not only their profession, but also the future of the children they teach. And that's the truth. I'm telling you, I am so motivated over this collaboration because I think that we need this. We need a form of networking. So we're going to take one last commercial break. And then I'm going to come back and give you some educational blessings. Oh, I'm back. We back. We back. We back. I'm Anna. I'm your host. We have a comment that came in while we were out. This is one of my top viewers, you are. Ooh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I do wear wigs, y'all. And Soul Lady Wigs is one of my affiliates. I think I had on a wig last week. I try to alternate. Right now I'm having a summer. So, unfortunately, I don't have it on today. But I love to wear wigs. And I love my natural hair as well. So I rotate. So sometimes when I wear my wigs, it's just a different personality. And I do have some pictures of me in my different wigs. So I want to leave you with some educator blessings. Hold on, gotta get to my notes. I'm all over the place. Notes everywhere. Okay, here we go. Okay. So I want you to okay, let me just read it to you. May you be reminded, this is for educator. May you be reminded that your work you do matters. It matters, y'all. May the seeds you plant in the lives of your students grow into confidence, curiosity, and purpose. That's basically what you want to do. You want to plant those seeds in your students so that they will grow up with confidence, still being curious, and living with a purpose. That's the bottom line. I can't think of anything else. May encouragement find you when the days are long and the challenges feel heavy. Because you're going to have those days. I had many of those days. There were even days that I came home crying. Just so upset about something that is going on in the day. So you're going to have those days. Days where they're long and challenging. Days where you feel like, oh, why am I doing this? Okay. And then the next day you're happy-go-lucky because something has happened to let you know that what you are doing really matters and someone appreciates it. I'm telling you, y'all, I still talk to some of my students and my parents. And when I say parents, because Head Start and State Pre, they are programs that are parental involvement. And so not only do you develop a relationship with the students, but you develop a relationship with the parents. And that's a good thing. Whereas in the regular classroom settings, you basically develop a relationship with the students, not really with the parents. You see the parents 2 or 3 times a year, parents conference or whatever. You really don't develop that relationship like you do in the early childhood programs. And I just feel like the other programs or the other um, elementary and, junior high and middle school, all those things need to look at how early childhood is set up. They have interest centers. Now they have little, they change it in the upper school to groups. But in the early childhood, it's interest centers. It should be still interest centers in the other grades as well. They should have areas in there where the students can go and just do their thing, something that they're interested in. So may you continue to teach with wisdom, lead with compassion, and shine with the joy that first inspired you to become an educator, And may you always remember that the difference you make today will shape generations tomorrow. Those are my educators' blessings. And so with that being said, you all, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for attending Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and podcast this evening. Before we leave, I do want to make a few, announcements. I'm feeling, I know why I am, I'm sweating because I really have been feeling, it's sinus. My sinus is bothering me. And so, therefore, it has drained and it's all in my chest. So, and I'm taking cod liver oil, which I really don't want to do. But you can hear when I laugh, you can hear the rattling there. So that's what I'm trying to get out. I don't have a fever, but I am kind of hot. I have hot and cold, and I don't want to get that because I really don't want to be sick, y'all. And that's what happens when I have these allergies with my sinus. So I want to thank you again for attending. I always say, like on my other shows, I tell people you don't have to come, but you do come and support me. And so I do want to say thank you. And I'm just hoping that in some kind of way that I have inspired you this evening. And I'm hoping that in some kind of way I have encouraged you. And I'm hoping that in some kind of way I have empowered you to live a fulfilling and blessed lifestyle. And I always close my show with my 3 L's. And to me, those 3 L's are so important. I think they really make up life. So the first thing that you want to do is live. You want to live your life, y'all. Live it to the fullest. Life is short. I don't know if when you die you might have regrets and say, oh, I should have did this. But I do know that in life, when you don't do what you want to do, woulda, if, shoulda, you don't want that. If it's in your mind and you feel like you want to do it. Live. Live. The second thing I always want to remind people is to laugh. Laughter is so important. It's good for you. When you get a good laugh, Lord have mercy, you feel so much better. You feel really good. And the last thing is to love. Love is important too, y'all. Love is all in the Bible. It tells you love everybody. But I'm going to be honest with you. The most important person that you need to love is you. You are important. Quit putting other people ahead of you. You can be concerned about other people, but you got to be concerned about you too. So keep that in mind. So as we leave, there are a few people that I want to thank. I also want to, we will be having a special guest next week. So I'm asking you all to tune in to listen to her, Dr. Myra. I think I'm spelling it Clark. She's an educator. We are talking about educators. She is also an author, and I'm not sure. She might have written maybe 7, or maybe more than that, books. She's also the founder of MOEK, and she's the co-founder of CASEN. So if you're interested in knowing about those two things, don't miss my program or my show next week. Okay? Very, very interesting individual. Okay? So, I'm going to close out now because, oh no, I can't close out quite yet, y'all. The most important thing. This is the most important thing. I am so sorry. I am now taking pre-orders. This is the book, Finding Joy as an Early Care Educator. And as you can see, these are all of the individuals who are contributing in this book. And remember, everyone knows about It Takes a Village. So if you're interested in ordering this book, the first 50 people will be included. Their name will be included in the book. And they're going to receive a free VIP ticket to the virtual conference that is coming up, and I believe it's in September. So if you're interested in ordering that book, then you can, I'm going to leave this up here. That's where you can go and purchase the book. Now, the book is $25, and the book will not be released until June. But I'm giving my constituents or my daycare people, I'm giving my family, everyone, the opportunity to purchase the book before it comes out. And those people who purchase the book before it comes out, their name will go into the book as well. So I do want to thank you again for coming. I almost forgot about that. That is the most important thing. So as we close out, I will leave the childcarejourney.com Anna on in case someone is interested in purchasing that book. So I didn't want. I was just about to close out the most important thing. So I want to thank you again. And as we close out, I want to thank the people who have helped me put this together.